Okay, in this presentation, I'm going to give you a brief overview of how I contact students through texting. I found that a lot more efficient, better way to keep in touch with the kids, the students. I use email sometimes, but if you weren't aware, texting has a 90%, over 90% open rate compared to 20, high 20s, low 30% open rate for email. So texting is really a great way to keep in touch with my students. And I'll show you how I do it using this app called Reach. And what it does, it personalizes every text. So instead of hey everyone or a group text, which I dislike getting group text anyways, this personalizes every text. So every student and or parent is getting a personalized text to them. It's not a group thing. It is only available, unfortunately, on Apple products right now. I know that they are working on trying to get it for Android products, but I'm going to basically go through and show you how kind of what my morning is when I wake up and I pull up. For sake of time, I've already done some work on my spreadsheet, but a lot of you already have a. I'm assuming you have a daily um, progress report that you can pull up in Excel, and that's what I did here. And what I did also is, and like I said, in order to save time, I already changed the names. I got the phone numbers all lined up, and now I'm looking at the body of the text that I'm going to be sending. And in this particular case, I have over 120 students, but I'm not going to be texting all of them. What I am going to be looking for is some kids who are late, and here's a couple of them. So what I'll do is very simple. I'll just write in, um, please submit work. This is a Saturday I'm doing this, so I'm going to ask her, Selena, to submit work this weekend as it's been a week since your last submission. And I always try to end it with something they can respond to, like okay, question mark. Okay. Um, Actually, I need to add something because she's doing well in the class. She's on pace. So I just want to make sure she knows that you're doing great, but please work. Okay. And the next student, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this and pull it down by the handle there. Ayalo Hera, I think is how the name's pronounced. So those dates, because I'm looking at my submission dates, are over a week. So that's what I want to do. The next thing I want to do is see where students are in relationship to their last assignment, where they should be. So I'm going to click all, and then in the custom sort, I'm going to click last assignment. And we can see here that these students are kind of behind. So I'm going to write them a quick note. Um, so you're doing great, but you're several assignments behind. Please catch up this weekend, okay? And let's spell it. There we go. So that's going to apply actually to these first three. And these kids, students right here are just one behind. So you're doing great, but please get 02.05 completed this weekend. Okay. And that's just going to apply to these kids, these students that are in 203. Okay. All the rest of these students are on task, on time. So we're really happy about that. A lot of them, most of them are actually ahead of schedule. So these are the ones I want to text this morning. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to filter custom sorted again. And all my text is in the B column. So I'm just going to put that. Okay. So I have about 12 kids I want to text this morning. Now I could go through and write on the rest of it. You're doing great. Um, be sure to have such and such assignment done. And I could do something for all of them. I could do a more generic one. I could do even more personalized one. Like these students right here. Let's go ahead and do this. You're doing great. Call. It's time for your DBA. Call me anytime you're ready. Okay. And I know that because they're at this point in the chapter, in the unit. And that'll bring me all the way down to here. Okay. So we added a few more. So now let's go back ahead and go back and sort. And there they all are. Once you got everything done here in Excel that everybody you want to text, what we're going to do next is we're going to open up another file, and it's a template file, and it's this simple. This is the Reach app template. And you see it has first name, last name, nickname, relationship, address, and via, because you can email or text. And I do use the email, especially for parents. All I need is the name, relationship, and the phone number. And then I'm just going to copy and I'm going to paste it over here. And I'll open it up. So there I have all my kids, all my students. Oops. And we're going to text all of them. We're not going to email any of them. And we're going to save it. I usually just save it on the desktop temporarily with today's date, which is 1/25. You want to keep it in this CSV form. It has to be in the CSV form, okay? Don't change it to another one, so leave it at that. Now I'm going to go up, and there's a couple ways to do this, but you could upload it to a Google Drive or an iCloud account, but that can be tricky sometimes and it's not as convenient or reliable as this. So what happens is you get a code from, well, you'll get a code from Reach. But before we do that, we need to go ahead and get into the app. And we're going to add a group. And we're just going to call it 1-25, today's date. And then it's going to ask you to tap or add your first contact. But what we're going to do is we're going to have the CSV and we're going to import from the computer. And there's my code. So I'm going to go back to the reachtheapp.com/CSV page, put my code in. Now I'm going to choose my file, and there it is. I'm going to upload it. And sometimes it asks you to verify. So the upload was successful. Now I'm going to go back to my phone, import CSV, and there's the 21 contacts. I'm just going to hit done, and there's my list of them. Okay, so we're good there. Now I want to write the message. So I'm going to go back, and then at the bottom, it's hard to see, but there is a message button here, and I'm going to create a message. Now, when I put the Excel form in, all the typing is a relationship, where they're at, what they need to do. Okay, that's part of the relationship. A lot of times you would use it as a friend or something like that. So now, and the nickname is what would go here, and then a space, and then relationship. And now you're really ready to go. So I'm going to hit this up button. That's who I'm going to send it to. And here we go. This is the most time consuming part of it all because you have to do each one of them by hand because of proprietary measures by Apple and iMessage. But this is really a great way to keep in touch with my students, my parents, my students' parents. It's a time saver because I try to text everybody at least once a week, and that's nearly 200 students, and I can do that in an hour as opposed to individually sending out texts. Again, this is just a quick view of it. I hope we hit done, and it doesn't take long, and I'll probably start getting some responses soon. And there we go. There's one already. Okay, well, I hope this helped. Again, it's called Reach the App. It's available on at the App Store and iPhone. There's another one. I get, like I said, the open rate is terrific. I get great response. I really help keep the kids engaged. So I strongly suggest you get this app and make your life really a lot easier, especially if you're having high school students.